Hello guys, my name is Karina. If you're new, then welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Amazon FBA, about trademarks and patents. How important are they? How deeply should you look into them? Do you need a trademark? Can you sell something that has a patent? How to find out if something has a patent? What's the importance of it? These are topics that are actually quite important, and there's a few stories I want to share with you guys about how some of this kind of hindered me or almost hindered me into progressing or actually slowing down some of my products. So if you guys find these videos super helpful or helpful even like 1%, then please like the video and subscribe to my channel, because that kind of gives me a signal that you guys like them and that I should keep making them, because I do make them a lot and I just want to make sure that we're on the same page and that I'm actually helping you guys out and not just rambling for like hours and hours. But I just kind of wanted to do a more in-depth video about this because I know it's confusing. Like, what is a patent? What is a trademark? You hear it on shows like Shark Tank and random things, but if you're just a starting entrepreneur, you might not be aware of it. And not only that, you might not even think that it's applicable to you, but it completely and totally is. Because if you don't have these lined up and checked, like, you can literally be shut down and things like that. So there's a difference between a trademark and a patent. So the important thing about a patent is that you just want to make sure that the product you are selling doesn't have one. Because if the product you're selling has one, Amazon will remove you within weeks. They're really good at that because, hello, Amazon is $1 billion company. They don't want to take any risks with anyone selling counterfeit products, or actually huge companies that own these patents, to actually go after Amazon, and sue them for like millions of dollars. So they are not going to take that risk. So they're just going to shut you down, and then you're going to have all these units of inventory that you pretty much won't be able to sell anywhere else. Well, you might, but it's just like on eBay or something, but it's just too much of a hassle for you to do that. And I just want to share something about a patent. So patents, they're not, like, yes, they are super important, and you want to make sure that your product doesn't have it, but they're not as general as you think. Like, no one can just patent a water bottle or like a pair of sunglasses, something that's so simple. It has to be a very unique design for it to work. And a lot of people try to kind of generalize it and scare you off. Like, a lot of competitors on Amazon will put like patent or something, even though it's completely not. And maybe there's a patent for a very specific design of it, but you can still sell the product, because you can't just patent something that's like common in everyday lives and everyone uses it all the time. That just doesn't make sense, unless it's something like a seat belt or things like that were actually invented by someone. But a good example is actually this, because this product is, by the way, don't sell this. It's like a real, no, baby caddy. So this thing, and I'll show you guys how to check it. I'm sure you have found it all over your product research, and it looks good in theory because the reviews are like pretty low, and the price, it used to be better, but basically this market is cannibalizing itself, and the prices keep getting lower, and the competition is brutal, and it's just no differentiation of these baby caddies at all. So this is, if you're thinking about this, don't do it. Literally don't. But this actually, believe it or not, it has a patent. Like, if you go, and this is how you find out. So when I do my product research, so obviously when you do your product research, you look at like hundreds of products. You might find like 10 or 20 that look more promising. And then that's when you start really diving into it. Like, when the numbers check out, when the reviews check out, when the price point checks out, and you actually want to sell it, you're like, the next step is to check if it has a patent on it. And there's like two ways of doing it. So you can literally go to Google Patents right here. So this is what I would do. I would go to Google Patents, and I would literally click on here and type in baby caddy. Okay, you click on it, and it's actually funny because you can literally see, like, when I look this up, or what else, a baby. Now it's not as on here, but I remember looking this up. Maybe I used a different word, but literally every single, like, what's it called? Every single listing up here was a patented diaper caddy. Like, see, if you look here too, it's just like, well, this one is different model. But what you're looking for is basically that something that it doesn't look like your design. So, um, let's see, what was it? Diaper caddy. Let me see if it comes up, because there was so many. Like, see, like this. As someone who's first starting out would look at this, and you basically want to see if it looks just like the product. And to me, it looks pretty dang similar. Like, this looks pretty much exactly like all of these with slight changes. And I, as a first time seller, I would be kind of scared because, like, look here, every single different listing I look at pretty much looks like a different version of this listing, which makes me think it has a patent. So as a first time seller, I would probably back off of it. And actually, that's kind of one mistake. Again, you want to use this to your discretion, because let me tell you a story what happened to me. So I actually, one of my products, when I looked it up and their patents, it actually looked like it was patented. It was a patent pending product, and I was so worried because me being a novice, I'm like, I shouldn't go into this, even though everything looks amazing, but there's a patent pending. What if it gets approved? And then I'm screwed. And then I realized that patents take forever to be approved, too, that it wasn't a product that you could literally just patent the whole entire thing. It had to be very, very specific component of it. And then I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it, and now it's been like forever, and I'm still selling it, and the patent's not even approved. Patents usually last about 20 years, and then it's free to use. Like Lego, just their patent just ended, so now there's all these like Lego mock-ups going around, but they can't do anything about it because their patent expired. So if it's a patent pending, or if it's a patent that's actually abandoned, then you're completely in the clear. But I wouldn't just use your own like discretion for this. What I actually do as well, once I check it out myself to make sure that everything is in the clear, or if I have doubts, I will go to Fiverr, and you guys can actually here search for like patent check, and there are people that will have like some kind of credentials, or they do a lot of good research, and there's people that will literally find ones with good reviews, high numbers, like 4.9, 124 people. For $5 they'll check, no, this is something else, but look, I will check your idea of product is patentable, or you just look patent. I will check if your product infringes any patents. Like $30, you can find someone for less. So you just kind of look through this. It doesn't have to be that expensive. You can honestly find someone for like $10 to $15, and they will look through all the patents and make sure that it's all in the clear. And that's actually a step I always do, unless it's something super obvious that it's not patented. But when I was starting out and I didn't really know any of the markets or any of that, I just literally, you know, went and had that manually checked because I didn't want to take that risk. So that's what I would do to check for patents. It's very, very easy, and the $15 you spent on here is completely like okay. Another website called the USTPO, and that is the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So here you can literally search for like trademarks or patents, and gives you more information. And this is actually uses to search trademarks. So when I was looking into branding and everything, I just search for the trademark and see if there is if there's anyone that has a trademark of me. And the thing with trademarks, guys, is even if, for example, you want to start like a protein company and you want to be like Lean Pro, let's say that's your company name, and you look that up and there is a Lean Pro already, a trademark. A trademark applies to the actual brand. You can't like a trade, or you can trademark a phrase or a color scheme, or a specific font. So basically, companies like Coca-Cola and like Facebook, they just have like that specific color patent or trademarked as well, and as well as with their name. So you can actually get a trademark that's black and white or color, so you could protect yourself on all levels. But I don't think you guys are at that level where you need to be worried about like someone stealing your trademark and just changing the colors up a little bit. But basically, the rule of thumb is even if that name is not available, if there's a trademark with that, if it's in a different category, for example, if Lean Pro is in the makeup category, but your trademark is in the fitness category, you can still get a trademark. So that's the cool thing. So even if the name is already like on there, that's okay. So that's another little misconception that I think people don't know about. So when you're actually looking into branding and you've already like diversified your products and you really want to um, start getting a domain name and just looking official, then that's a really, really good idea. And is a trademark important? When you're first starting out, don't worry about it. Honestly, just make sure you're getting sales. Like, make your first sale, make your first 10 sales, get a few months of consistent income that you're getting. And then when you start to scale your business up, then you can actually look into getting trademark. But if you just look at all these little steps, and you can just seriously just confuse you and make you feel like there's so much going on. But don't look into getting a trademark right now. Literally, even if you have the best sales ever, and then you see that someone is trademarking your name, just like change your brand name, change your packaging slightly, and then you can trademark. But honestly, like, this shouldn't be a concern when you're first starting out. Just the first concern is to actually get sales and to know that your product is doing well and that the market is there to receive it, and then everything else you worry about later. But this is just kind of like a more general thing that you guys should just keep your eyes open. If when you have a trademark, it gives you a brand registry on Amazon, which has huge benefits, and honestly, it makes your life easier. I have a few stories to tell you guys that I want to make videos about how my life was basically like in misery from not having a trademark, and how competition was just like in your face, and literally hours on Amazon on the phone trying to solve it. But if I had a trademark, it would be resolved easily. But the trademarks take like 6 months to be approved, 6 months to a year. So it is quite a long process, but it is totally worth it in the end. But like I said, don't worry about it now. But that's pretty much it for all of this info. I hope that you guys found this helpful. And yeah, subscribe, like the video, message me on Instagram if you have any questions. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Have a great day.